Spawning in the bottom left corner in the blue Protoss pieces. Playing for the Kwandong Freaks, we have Trap.
And his opponent, spotting up at the top right, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming as well. It is Hero in the yellow. So this is going to be pretty nifty. For a while, the meta was kind of dominated by Max Packs. He was the one who had said, you know what, I figured out this one gate expand. A lot of the Korean Protosses were like, no, we're killing you anyways. And he was like, all right, come at me. And they did, and he got like a 90% win rate against 90% win rate against all of the top Korean Protosses. He was so good with it. One of the notable defeats was actually Trap taking him down in the TSL 8 in a very, very close series. Very exciting and good series. Both players playing phenomenally there. But Trap able to actually beat him there. But since then, we have gotten the Void Ray nerf, we've gotten the Shield Battery nerf, we've got actually double nerf for Void Rays, and it's made it a lot more difficult to go for that one gate expand. So any players that were on the verge of going for it, who would be like, maybe I'll try it out, maybe not, you know, like, let's tinker around with it. All of them are like, no, absolutely not. The only ones who will do it are, you know, players like Trigger and Max Packs, and I think even now it's pretty much just Max Packs.
Max Packs is one of those innovators of the game, like we talked about yesterday. He even said that the like early on after the patch came out, that the Void Ray opener for that low ground wall off is kind of dead. But I'm interested to see if he does find another way to innovate and make that low ground wall off work, because I actually do like it. I do prefer the economic focused, macro focused. Early Nexus. Yeah, it does put you into an amazingly good position. And part of the reason the Max Packs is so good with it is that its decision making is so good, his early game is so good, and he really understands how to take advantage of that. Now we are going to be seeing the much more standard and much more common double gateway on the high ground. I like this little move from Hero, by the way. He shows one of the stalkers, doesn't show the other one to that pylon on the low ground. So what that's going to potentially make Trap think is that this is a Stalker Sentry opening, when in reality, this is actually double Stalker. And we got Trap. He's just going to go full bore on this. Okay, now he does know it's double Stalker. He's going to be going for a 3-gate Robo. Ooh, that probe will get picked off. Nice job. All right, yeah, Trap deciding to head back home with those two Stalkers. Not going to go in just yet. Both players just continue to build Stalkers behind this. Now, the Nexus for Hero does come down a little quicker than Trap's. But Trap...
Oh, like Trap's not planning to expand.
No, yes. Is that a forward? Yeah, that is a forward pylon there. I assume that's going to be for forward warpins for a little bit of aggression. A nice save on that one weekend Stalker there. Does get it a little, micros it back. And Hero does lose one of his own Stalkers there. That pylon does finish up. Did Trap see?
Oh, no.
Yes, he did. Trap?
That was so fortunate for Hero right there. If Trap had stepped all the way forward, he kills those two Stalkers for free, and that might actually be game right there. As it is, Hero's pushing for some inexplicable reason, and he is going to take a much worse trade here. Hero, why is he being aggressive when he's the one expanding? He just lost so many Stalkers. I feel like he just lost like 5 Stalkers for 2 or 3, or maybe even 6 Stalkers for, 5 for 3. And the pylon, I don't know how he's supposed to possibly hold on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and 2 of those Stalkers were already really weakened Stalkers from the earlier push. One of them being the one that Trap just managed to save. Now, Trap is going to the other side of the map with a Warp Prism full of Stalkers. Gonna go into the main base most likely. It will get caught by 2 Stalkers here, but not enough to stop this from coming on in here. There is a shield battery providing a little bit of support. That Warp Prism going to get low. 1 Stalker for Hero going down, and Trap just going to pull on out and get on out here. Double or depths do get in here. Do take out 2-3 workers, but there's more than enough here. Nice force field there. Will catch that one Adept, and the other Adept will manage to shade on out of there.
This actually has gone so much better for Hero than I expected. Not for the reasons that not for the reasons that you would normally think of. Like the three workers is actually very nice, but this kept Trap at home. Trap should, by all accounts, have been going for a massive push with this, but he doesn't. And now Hero, he has time to get out an Immortal. Trap is going for an Observer. He still hasn't actually expanded yet. He does have the money for it now, but like this is such a weird situation. Trap gears up for a pretty substantially committed attack, and then eventually expands way behind it after, like this was such a dream scenario for Trap to just attack, just wall in the natural. I genuinely can't understand this. Oh, that's a very weird shade forward. Oh, but the force field is kind of useless there, and Hero's gonna be able to get Trap. Oh my goodness. Ooh. If he hadn't finished that up, that would have been maybe a GG situation. As it is, he's in a really tough spot right now. I'm really favoring Hero's position. Trap making some weird decisions overall.
All right, double Immortal drop going the other way. These Adepts here trying to find some damage. It almost looked like the Adepts earlier on tried to get on top of those sentries. They will get denied entry into the main base. Will cancel the shade. And the double Immo drop coming on in here. What is he going to go after? He's going to go after, looks like this gateway here. There is an Immortal there. Not really sure what those force fields were meant to do, but we'll pick on up and get on out of there.
And Observer goes down. Meanwhile, other side of the map, another 4 workers going down. And does he shade out? Oh, he manages to shade out with one of the Adepts. God, this is actually... This is getting far out of control. And the only thing that makes sense to me is that Trap might have not realized that Hero had expanded. But actually, yeah, maybe Hero's aggression is actually what keeps... Oh, God. Oh, you got to be so careful with that Warp. Okay, he does keep it alive. Very, very crucial. He gets a couple of units shaved off right there. Yeah, maybe Hero's aggression actually completely just broke Trap's brain. And Trap thought, he's like, oh, okay, my opponent has expanded. Or, sorry, my opponent is also one basing because he's being so aggressive. No one would expand and do this, right? And it's like, Trap, well, that actually makes sense. You are right. But Hero is just a complete psychopath. And he does what he wants. Ooh, we do see these two gateways getting depowered here, but ultimately in the whole overall state of this game, it's not going to matter too much. Blink is actually nearly done for Hero. Trap could potentially just suddenly lose that double Immortal drop very, very quickly if he's not careful.
All right, double Immortal's going to come in. You're going to Blink on top of that, trying to go for the Warp Prism. Exactly like you said, he loses the double Immortal drop there. Another massive loss there for Trap. Hero getting those 2 gateways back online. Trap getting a full scout out, sees what's going on over there. Yeah, Hero definitely with the better trade efficiency there. It doesn't look like Trap's naturally is even fully mining it. Like he's still droning it, probing it up from the looks of it. Hallucinate Phoenix will see that the army is still here. He does have quite a... Trap does have quite a few sentries available. Doesn't have the Immortal count, whereas Hero does have the 2 Immortals. We should see a lot of double Adepts coming on in here. They will get a couple workers, but that's about it. Gonna Blink forward. Force fields going down everywhere. And
this was a really, really ill-fated attack right here from Hero. He did not need to attack in here, and the battery overcharge was so effective. Now we're going to see the Blink forward coming in on top of this Warp Prism, but it's going to cost Trap potentially all of his Stalkers. He will clear out this army of Hero, but Hero, as a result, is still going to be able to trade, I think, well enough to recover. Oh, very bold Blink forward. He wants to get these Stalkers here. Nice hiding in the bushes, but there is an Observer there for Hero, and a very weird kind of disjointed fight. A really weird decision from Hero to commit into the attack, but he is going to be able to kind of micro his way, not out of it, but through it.
All right. Trap going to chase on Hero back to his base. Hero now taking a 3rd base behind this. Going to get even further ahead economically here. Another engagement here in middle of the map. Looks like 2 Stalkers there went down for Hero. Trap going to continue to move forward. War Prism here for reinforcements for Trap. He's gonna Blink forward, try to get that Warp Prism, doesn't quite get it. Does save the 1 Immortal there. 2nd Immortal will go down eventually. And Hero just going to retreat back home.
Oh man, Hero is making so many hyper aggro moves, and he almost gets that Warp Prism. That would have meant the Immortal would have gone down as well. But he is doing so many things that are just so unnecessary. He doesn't need to fight this in the middle of the map. He can take advantage of shield batteries, play defensive. He's got a third base and his opponent does not. He is so far ahead in this game, but now he is getting pressed back. There is an army supply advantage, even if it is a small one. Shield batteries are going to complete. We are going to see the force field getting popped. Shield battery overcharge, not enough to keep that Immortal alive. Blink in the back, though, does take down the Warp Prism. Probes trying to get pulled into this fight. Very nice force field for Trap. But ultimately, I think Hero, with the reinforcement, should be able to hold. But man, he makes it a messy, messy hold. God, this is a situation where Hero's aggression can really come to bite him. But overall, he is still going to take the game, and this will just be too much. Trap losing way too much right here. Hero, yeah, he's too far ahead, I think, at this point. The supplies tell the difference. It's 15 Stalkers to 5, up in Workers. Oh, a little bit of dancing right there with those Stalkers.
All right, going to poke in here again. Going to blink forward on top of these Stalkers in a bit of a move command here. Reinforcements do show up. Trap realizing it's just too much. GG gets called. Hero taking game number 1. Spawning in the top left corner of Berlingrad in the blue Protoss pieces for the Kwandong Freaks, we have Trap.
And his opponent, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Give it up for the yellow Protoss player. It is Hero. The smiling assassin, the mad scientist, the smiling scientist, the mad assassin.
But yeah, you have players like Hero. You have you had SOS. You have Zest. Not necessarily doing what you would do traditionally or standard-wise, right? Like Zest, there's that saying, there's, when Zest beats someone really badly, that's Zest being Zest. And then when, Zest kind of throws a game, oh, that's Zest being Zest. Kind of same thing with a Hero and same thing with SOS. Like SOS dropping a Nexus to build a probe, to build a pylon, to proxy warp in DTs in a GSL match.
Yeah, cannon rushing like 4 games in a row in one of the BlizzCon finals, I want to say. Or was it 4 games in a row, or was it like 2 games in a row? But either way, he just does things that traditionally other players would be like, no, that's, that shouldn't work, that doesn't work. And he's like, okay, well, I just won $100,000 with it, so yeah, you tell me. And it's you are onto something with that. There's a lot of players that, especially the Korean Protoss players, that is where their strength lies, is that unpredictability. Protoss has always been one of those races where it benefits a lot from being wild a little bit. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, we do see a little bit of that wildness. First of all, we have Hero going for a pylon scout and just harassing his opponent's minerals. And then he opens up with a Stalker Adept. So as everyone I'm sure knows in PvP, there are really 3 options when you open up from the double gate. You go double Stalker, you go double Adept, or you go Stalker Sentry. Now, the Stalker Sentry, that allows you to get a very early scout across the map with that quick with that quick Sentry, the hallucination, very, very versatile, valuable. We are going to be seeing Traps going for that. Double Stalker lets you put out a lot of map control. Exert yourself on the map. Double Adept forces your opponent to build shield batteries. Potentially, you can get a lot of damage if they make a mistake and let your Adepts in. Single Stalker, single Adept is so... It's just wild. You can still force out the shield battery defensively, but you also have the Stalker that can do exactly this. Going to find the proxy, or at least the hidden probe, out of Trap, and Hero he's going to kind of achieve what he's looking for with these units.
All right, Stargate coming down behind this for Hero. The Adept moving. I actually don't know if I've ever seen a Stalker Adept opener, although this Adept may have just shaded into its death. It will shade on out, and it is an Oracle first coming on out from Hero. Both players now expanding their traps expansion just slightly bit earlier. Now that Stargate does get scouted by that hallucinated Phoenix. One of the advantages of having the sentry first there.
Yeah, it's a huge advantage, and that allowed Trap to build a shield battery in his main mineral line that he wasn't otherwise going to build. It's going to allow him to put his units here as well. Both players building kind of weird proxy pylons. Trap, did he build... What is he building from there? Is he... Okay, oh, did he warped in Stalkers there. Oh, and meanwhile, we've got a proxy gate. Funnily enough, despite going for the Stargate, Hero gets the much faster Twilight Council. And that is the cost of those early adepts. We are going to see a little bit of aggression here. Oh, Trap. No, not like this. He's going to lose at least one of those Stalkers pushing up a ramp a little bit blindly.
All right, and it looks like Trap, despite losing that Stalker, wants to come in for the push. Sentries are joining the fight. The Oracle going to jump back into the mineral line there. It looks like it will get repelled. But the fight here on the front line, both players losing one Stalker from the looks of it. Another Stalker going down for...
Oh, this... God, that Stasis Ward. Second one, so it does get triggered by the probes that were already caught in the Stasis Ward, but that first one was such value anyways. I really don't like the second Stasis Ward, but I mean, the first one was so good that it almost doesn't even matter. That's so much lost mining time. Hero is down in workers, but he is up in income for a little bit, and he's going to have this very, very early blink. So he was cutting workers to get this Twilight Council so quickly, and Trap's fighting power is going to be significantly lower than that of Hero's for this fight. I'm very scared for Trap right now.
All right, Hero gonna come on in here. He has a shield battery, only one pylon on it, a few sentries, but not enough Stalkers. It's 11-5 Stalkers. Here we go. Gonna pop Guardian Shield here. Gonna take out one sentry right away. One Stalker going down. These Stalkers getting nearly one shot here despite the shield battery. I'm gonna blink back. Decent force field there. We'll focus down that shield battery. Shield battery eventually going down. And here we're just going to back off here, going to regroup a little bit. We'll blink that weakened Stalker back. Going to come in for another engage. Another Stalker going down. Second Stalker about to go down. There we go. Third Stalker going down. Yes, there we go. Fourth Stalker going to blink on top of this. GG gets called. We have our first Protoss into the round of 8.